Hello, everyone, and welcome back as we get ready for our next matchup, EG versus Denial Esports. Exciting stuff indeed. Of course, we are down here at the outside. I had to fix my tie clip for a moment. I was like looking at the thing. There we go. I always like to be symmetrical. How's it going, folks? We're down here at the analyst desk, joined by none other than Walshy and Ghost, two people who I enjoy very much, right? Very much. I like you.
All right.
You're okay. You're
Thank
good.
you.
You know, you're okay.
That.
He got you good last
You know,
time.
he got me good with that Buffalo. I'll never forget that. But in any case, guys, big thank you for joining us here. This matchup, these are two teams who are guaranteed to go on to the Halo World Championship and also go on to bracket play. At this point, right now, this match is pretty much for first and second seed in the group. So this is an important game in relation to the rest of this competition as far as that's concerned.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when it comes to bracket play, right, the first seed of this group is going to play the second seed of another one. So that's a huge deal just outright. When you're talking about how some of these other groups have been panning out, it seems like there are some, I guess, some lesser performing teams this week. And now, when it comes to Denial versus EG, though, I think the story here is, what are both teams made of? We know what Denial's been doing all weekend.
Yeah.
We know what EG's been doing all weekend, but we haven't seen either of these have that true test yet. So I think that this is really a turning point here.
The question to me is, going into this pool in Group D, I think we all for sure were like, evil geniuses are making out.
Yep.
What's the other squad that's going to make it out of pool? And Denial answered that question very quickly, taking out Winter Fox, taking out Envious. Now we gotta see, can they actually beat EG in this pool?
It's crazy.
It's very rare that neither team is gonna get complacent here. They're not gonna be like, well, we're already in bracket. Who cares about this last match? No, it's rare that you lose pool play and then go in to win the tournament. Sure, there was that rare circumstance at X Games recently where evil geniuses end up losing in pool play, CLG, and going on. But if you look over probably all of tournaments history, it's never like this team didn't win pool play, but they won the tournament. So this is a very clear indicator of what team is better and what team is looking good in quarterfinals.
It's going to be very telling for this too. Is looking at Denial and that matchup against Envy, very, very dominant performance from Denial. This squad came in very prepared. They've put in the work that was necessary throughout the span of the qualifiers leading up to this point, and arguably going up against one of the greatest teams, especially when you consider the accomplishments of Snipedown and the Brown brothers, Roy and Lunchbox, throughout not only the course of their careers, but also HCS seasons 1 and 2. A true test right here for these young players in Denial. But Walshy, it's also a new generation, right? You know, I saw a lot of salt. A lot of salt on Twitter. I mean, it was just, right now the sodium levels of so many people are so high right now because a player like Hook and Contra and Boobadooboo and Pred were able to do what they did against a veteran squad like Envy.
You look at those names on paper, it's like, all right, you have Ogre 2, Pistola, Mickwin, and Arcanum, 4 very well-known Halo players, and taken out by relatively new names. I mean,
even on Winter Fox too, right?
Contra's the oldest member on the squad as far as being a prominent Halo player and placing well. You have 3 relatively new names just coming out and taking out Envy. Can they take out some other veterans? We'll find out here soon.
I think the biggest story here is that these guys have kind of been doubted for a long portion of their Halo history, right? I mean, we know that Pre-Devinator a little bit has been met with some criticism. Contra did well at the Halo 4 Global Championships, but never really came into his full form. But I have to give a shout out to Captain Anarchy. The guy has always been hyping these guys up. He keeps saying this is the real dark horse this tournament. I know you're looking at Noble, I know you're looking at these guys, but it's this team. This team of individually talented players have finally found their full group of guys they're comfortable with, and they're just doing it, man.
I know we don't have caster predictions up on the screen right now, but did either of you have Denial making it out of group?
No,
I definitely did not.
I had Elevate.
I had Winter Fox.
I had
Envy. Sorry. I got my pools all mixed up.
Right,
and here we go.
My caster predictions are just all messed up, man. I'm terrible at this game.
Envy and Noble both.
Who had Denial coming
Actually,
out?
I did have Noble. Yes.
Who
For some reason, I thought I didn't.
It doesn't look like anyone.
I don't think anyone had Denial coming out of their group. So truly, I mean, everyone is wrong at this point. Which is a wonderful feeling. Benson especially. He is the most wrong out of anyone here. Wow, that is very shocking. Of course, can't give Benson much flack. I mean, he's only been doing this for like a month. But I think and he's in the green room right now. He is so livid. He's like looking at me. He's so mad. This is the best thing ever.
Give it another month.
You know what though? I just want to say, we're all having a lot of fun here.
Oh, yeah,
This
great group,
is
guys.
a great group. I mean, all of our casters here, I just want to really talk about this just real quick. All of our casters, from Wonder Boy and Onset over in the UK, absolute joys to work with, to Gaskin and Sims out in, the EU. We have just such a diverse group of talent. It really is incredible. And everyone has their own opinions on who's good and who's not good, who's going to shine. But one thing has been true. Walshy has been right almost every single event. And everyone has all these different approaches to how they think about it. I'm always rooting for the underdog. Walsh cuts it pretty much just by the books. But yet somehow, some way,
I would say the last
didn't
3
even
events
predict
during
denial.
caster predictions, I have had the most right. There's been 1 or 2 events where I've had it perfect.
So humble.
I'm just saying that it's the truth.
This is Dave Walsh, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, guys, make sure you get involved. Make sure you use the hashtag HaloWC and tell us who you think's going to win. Hashtag EG or hashtag Denial. Now, remember, guys, we're going to be giving out things throughout the weekend, so you want to make sure that you're out there voting for who you think is going to win the game. If you get the right answer, well, folks, you could potentially come away with some awesome prizes. So make sure you guys are doing that. Don't forget it. Spread the word. And while you're at it, share the stream link as well. It's been a great day of Halo so far. We've seen some upsets. We've seen some crazy matchups. And we have plenty more to come as well. Allegiance versus Optic Gaming is going to be coming up soon. That will be a nail-biter. And, of course, this matchup, which I'm very excited for, because now it's time to see what Denial is truly made of.
Yep.
They are fighting against the Kings of the Mountain at this point in time, Walsh.
Yes, if you had asked me yesterday, the day before, and said, does anyone have a chance of beating EG in the group, I would say no. But after seeing how Denial's playing and seeing these young guns come out, guns a-blazing, they have a chance of taking games off EG and possibly winning the series.
I think that's the biggest thing here is that when it comes to Denial, they're doing so well. And when it comes to EG, they're also doing well, but we don't know how shaky they are this tournament. We haven't really seen them put to the test. So if anything, I think that we're going to have to see how well they fare against Denial. Is it going to be a 3-2? Is it going to just be a quick 3-0 on either side of the coin? And when it comes to Denial, they have nothing to lose at this point. I mean, they're the team that no one expected to make it to Worlds in the first place. Here they are on stage playing against EG for the first seed in the group. I mean, there's no better way to really end this group play for them.
So we were just informed that bracket play is starting to form up. Yep. And right now, our first confirmed matchup, which will take place, is Renegades versus CLG. That's going to be our first confirmed bracket matchup.
And that goes to show how important pool play is.
Yes.
Even though Renegades made it out and are making it to Worlds and obviously to bracket play, whole point is they have to play CLG first round, whereas Liquid, they have to play whomever is second out of that pool.
Yeah, actually in this pool.
This pool.
Right here. So this matchup, Liquid will be looking very intently to. Keep in mind, a hot Denial could surprise Liquid. And, of course, if Denial beats EG, you can expect a very angry EG going into bracket play, and Liquid will have to be concerned about that as well, Ghost.
And something that I always talked about with Dave in the past is when you know what team you're about to face or 2 guys that are going against it, we used to camp out, behind those 2 teams in a series. You post your chairs up or you get behind with some ropes or the velvet ropes per se, and you make sure, like you said, intently staring on this match because you want to see what kind of strategies are they using, who's excelling the best today. We need to shut that guy down.
Who's the guy you got to shut down?
Right, and so it's so important that Liquid is watching this match because they really need to focus on who's going to be seemingly the loser, but it's still something that you got to worry about.
Yeah, teams are going to be most focused on the current match at hand, so it's not like they're going to change their starting strat and hopes of when they play later. So you can get so much information by watching that match prior. So like you said, Liquid will be watching this match intently.
I was going to say, we always talk about, who's your player to watch? Who's the player to watch, right? Who's the player on each side that they have to shut down, period? That Denial has to shut down on EG, and who EG has to shut down on Denial. I think, Walsh, will start with you.
I think you have to shut down Contra and Denial. I think he's still an emotional player where he could bring down the rest of his team if he's not performing well.
What about EG?
EG, shut down, snipe down.
What about
See,
you?
yeah. So for right now, I think that Snipe Down kind of is one of those guys, but Lunchbox has been really proving his worth as the glue to the team. So I want to think that if he's not doing well, kind of like Contra, he could get shutting down his team as well. So yeah, I'd say Contra and Lunchbox for me.
Oh, okay. So Contra Lunchbox and Contra Snipe Down. Contra, the player to watch without a doubt going in to this next matchup. But now it is time to start it up and to you hear me? To journey us through. I can't even speak English right now because it's hard and it's late. We're just going to have none other than the beautiful Chris Puckett and God's Angel Strong Side. Take it away.
That's right, you got the puck side duo up here.
Yeah, let's go.
Pound, my friend, it is time to get it going. The winner of this takes their group. Neither team a lot to lose here. I gotta ask you, Strong Side, how important is it to win the group? Or do you take this moment and maybe try out some new strategies that you haven't gone through up to this point in the tournament?
Honestly, you're still trying to take the group win here, because if you take that #1 spot, you're going to be faced up against a #2 seed. And let's actually take a quick look here at the game types. Coliseum CTF, Eden Slayer, Empire Strongholds, Truth CTF, and Plaza Slayer. And so actually, when we're talking about winning this series here, EG's really good at Coliseum CTF and really good at Eden Slayer. So starting off with two very strong game types. But having that #1 seed is going to be so beneficial to making it past the semifinals into the quarterfinals, and that will give you a good extra chunk of cash to put in your pocket. So these guys on Denial, they still are gunning for first, but they've got a tough matchup ahead of them.
Definitely, but I do think that if there's any team in this group to take down Evil Geniuses, it's the young guys. A little unconventional play. You got Hook just bursting onto the scene, Boo Boo Doo doing huge things earlier, holding down all the power weapons. These guys went off on Coliseum the last time they were on the main stage against Envy. I'm hoping they can do it again, but they got to keep that sniper rifle away from Snipe Down when it comes to Coliseum.
Yeah, they got to keep it out of his hands for sure. I'd actually like to hop on board with Contra here, because I think he's going to be the guy on Denial going for that sniper and trying to keep it out of their hands. He had a lot of snipers in that last match that they had earlier, and actually he's going for rockets now, not going to be going for sniper, going for the other power weapon, gets into a battle with Lunchbox, and Lunchbox says no. Nice 1v1 from him.
Lunchbox still applying the pressure, trying to get behind his opponents, and he's going to take out Devin with a long-range AR. Now Contra one-on-one again, and Lunchbox is doing so much damage. Snipe Down and Commonly also in the kill feed. All things going well for EG in our first 30 seconds.
Yeah, they're just putting so much pressure on Denial right now. You see both Lunchbox and Roy, they were pushing in, trying to get an early flag pull, and now they're already running the flag alongside Commonly. And Commonly has just been fitting so well with this team and meshing with them so well, especially after X Games. He had a rough start, but now he's just working really well with these guys. They already have the flag past the 50-yard line, and now they're just going to have to go for a few slays here, and they're just leaving that flag, kind of almost baiting it, just letting the other team try and go for the return, and that's what they're going to do, and actually they are going to get that return.
I talked to Towie, the coach of Evil Geniuses. He said that's definitely a strategy of ours. Just use that flag as bait. Let's take it over, though, to this squad as we have Contra putting in the first flag for Denial. The youngsters going on the counter cap after a minute 15.
Yeah, pretty much just getting completely counter capped on. EG tried to have that bait, but you know, Denial was not taking the bait right there. They just left the flag, they pushed into EG's base, and then solidified that flag run right there, making it look way too easy against the #1 seed, the #1 team technically in our game right now.
Boo Boo is trying to grab the flag, get that return in. It will go home. So EG, a second attempt touching the Denial flag, but it is returned safely. Denial with control at the moment. We look around for score streaks, and let's actually take this one to Roy. Roy is going to go pull the flag again. This is the third time from EG. This time they're not going towards Snipe. They're going to run it up rocket ramp, and will they be able to get this one home? They got 3 players in their base to deal with.
Yeah, they're really trying to rally this back right now. Lunchbox trying to stop this flag run so they can get the flag in. Contra getting the flag return. They have completely shut down EG on that flag run. So initially we saw EG try to run flag out from top middle, and then we saw Roy try and run it under rockets. Neither way was working for them. They're going to have to get this together, either run the flag towards the Snipe side or get a lot more teamwork over on the rocket side of the map to rally the flag in.
Hook was able to throw another flag out for Denial. It's sitting bottom middle, and Devin tried to go for the scoop. Everyone falling now as Contra last man standing for the moment. It looks like Hook is actually going to be able to get to this flag, but commonly jumps down and gets a massive return. Let's go show this man coming off the respawn. What have you seen from Commonly here in Halo 5?
I mean, just since he's joined EG, we've seen so much from this guy. He feels so much more comfortable, and honestly, it doesn't matter who you are joining EG, you're going to feel comfortable having Roy, Lunchbox, and Snipe Down on your team. You don't need to worry about anybody else but yourself. You know your teammates are going to be making the right decisions. You just need to you need to be making sure you're making the right decisions. And there, he's picking up a nice kill across the map, looking to pick up a double kill, possibly the triple. Doesn't get the double, but does pick up the third. No, he doesn't.
Just short there for Commonly. Let's take it over to Roy. Roy, no shields, trying to stay alive, has Lunchbox with him around the fountain. Down goes one, is actually Snipe Down who's here to support. And Snipe Down playing a little ring around the rosy, gonna win this fight against Hook. Will they be able to push in and go for a flagpole? It looks like they're setting up on Snipe's side. You're gonna have Roy being supported. We got Lunchbox in the mix as well.
Yeah, these guys on EG, they just keep getting taken down. Now Commonly realized he had no chance of even attempting to go in for a flag, so he ran back, which was a great play by him, waiting for help. Snipe Down trying to give him some cover. Commonly staying alive. Actually, he's taken down now. These guys on EG are not able to get a flag out of the base safely, and now they can't even make it past the 50-yard line.
Lunchbox taking some fire. Forced to back down. He's going to double up with Commonly. Shots from the top. It's Contra challenging once again. Commonly's going to clean that one up with the melee. 2 players in front of Lunchbox. They're taking their time. EG knows they have a whole lot of time left in this game, but I got to ask you, are you surprised to see Denial still in the lead with 7:30 left on the clock?
Yeah, I'm very surprised to see this. Normally, sometimes EG will have those rocky starts at the start of a match, but Denial is not letting up. Their individual shot, I mean, their individual skill is just, it's on point, and their teamwork seems to be working really well this match. On top of that, they're controlling the snipe side of the map. They're really not letting EG out of their base. You see them just kind of keeping that pressure and collapsing on them right when they start to push out over on the snipe side or the rocket side. And now actually it looks like we're going to see Denial start to make a push in here. Hopefully they're going to be able to pick up these 2 kills and maybe get a flag run initiated.
Big double kill from Contra, who is right there with Boo Boo, and we're going to go to Contra, who's running this flag. Going to run it right back towards Boo Boo's direction. And he is going to run this one low, making sure no one has an angle. Nades are being thrown in here by Roy. One's going to connect, but Contra survives it, and this is flag number 2, the second one scored by Contra.
Wow, this is absolutely insane right now. Denial, I mean, none of us had these guys in our top 8 predictions, and these guys are beating EG in their first matchup right now. These guys are really actually trying to make an even bigger mark that they already have done. They said, hey, you know what? We are good. We made it into the top 8, but these guys are definitely not done yet. They want to prove that they are one of the top teams here in North America.
Contra and Devin doing work within EG's base. Lunchbox was able to take out Boo Boo, but they still have 3 up for Denial. Contra not deciding to run it, instead decides they need map control. Big kill there, looking for the flag. Contra just staying alive at the moment. I'm looking through his teammates. It looks like Boo Boo getting position top rockets. They have controlled the power weapons very well. Meanwhile, Devin's running the flag.
You know, that was actually a really good move. They pretty much did what EG really likes to do. They baited that flag, and while they were doing that, EG was so focused on stopping the flag, Boo Boo Doo Boo was able to get control of the Rockets. I love that name.
You can't say it without smiling.
You can't. You really just can't. And now he's flanking around. He's going to go in for a flag run possibly if his teammates can get a kill or 2. You see how he's just waiting around over here, waiting for some spawners. Actually, now just moving completely back to the center of the map. He decides not to even go for a flag, to go for Slays. He's not able to connect there. Unfortunate kill for Boo Boo Doo Boo right there, taking out himself as well.
We got to go to Lunch. Lunch just found a sniper rifle, and we always talk about his objective prowess. The man has some sick aim as well.
Yeah, Lunchbox just holding the perfect spot right now up here with the sniper rifle, putting in some excellent shots, giving the perfect cover for his teammates. You see a player that snuck behind. Lunchbox finishes him off, looking to go for the triple. Not going to be able to connect, but he's doing a good job just putting on the pressure against Denial, and that allowed EG to secure their first cap. So we're at 2-1 now. A lot of time left in this game, so it's not over yet. EG is starting to pick things back up, and they're known to do that.
And that is going to be 3 down for EG. Lunchbox, last man standing. He's got to stay alive here, buy his teammates some time. Otherwise, Denial is going to be storming through, and Lunchbox is hitting the double no-scope.
Yeah, beautiful play right there by Lunchbox. Now just staying alive And as I was saying earlier, and actually Golden Boy saying earlier, just staying alive is so key. Here they're initiating another flag run. You know how we were saying they need to move the flag a different route? They are. They're taking it to the sniper side. They know this is the safer route. Roy picking up the kill. Yes, he does. He's going to bring the flag in. No, he's taken down. Is someone there to rally the flag?
Commonly's here. Hey, Commonly's going to keep this one moving strong side. We're about to see a tie game.
Yeah, Commonly actually is taken down. Denial trying to stop this. You see everyone on EG just trying to stay alive right now. Roy is one shot, trying to get his shields back. He's taken down. They get a flag pull. Lunchbox taken down. They're getting the flag return. Can he get it? No. Seconds left. And who got the pull? I think it was Commonly. Commonly got the pull to save the flag, and there's still a player in the base trying to get that return. Not going to happen, though.
Lunchbox trying to get to it, won't be able to. And here comes Snipe down 2-2. He's going to get it in at the last second. Counter cap trying to go into effect. Let's jump on board with Contra, who's watching it all from afar with the DMR.
You can never count EG out. I'll tell you that. I've seen them make some of the craziest comebacks in a Slayer game, in a Strongholds game, now a CTF game that what looked like they had no chance of coming back. And now Roy picks up a huge kill, and they're running a third flag while Pred is also running the third flag. Roy's taken down. Pred has got the flag back in their base. This is not looking good for EG. Can they get the return to get this flag? Return and get the cap? Yes,
they can.
Bucket, we just saw EG taken down in game number 1 in what I would say almost a dominant fashion.
When was the last time you remember EG dropping the first map in a best of 5?
I don't think it's ever happened. I think this is the first time this has ever happened.
This is crazy. Denial showing up strong here in Columbus, Ohio. $50,000 on the line this weekend, and they want a big piece of it.
Yeah, I mean, these young guns, they're really making their mark right now. They still have a decent amount of their way to go through this series, so it's not over yet. These talented individuals have just so much individual skill, and we've just been saying their teamwork needs to come together, and they're really coming together right now. They fought their way out of group play over Ogre 2, over Mikwin, Pistola, and Arcanum, and now they're pretty much about to take down EG.
We'll see if they can keep it going. As you said, EG always able to climb back in a game at any moment. I thought we were going to see the same thing we saw against Envy, where EG goes down early and then just rallies back and gets 3 straight flags. But Denial never giving up. Highly contested flags every single time EG got it back to the base, and they were so quick on their counter caps. They got 2 of their 3 flags that way.
Yeah, and we saw Denial just capitalizing every single time they would get 2 or 3 down. They would all flush into the base at the same time. It was just a wave that you do not want to be on the other end of. And they would, I think it was Pred, he just easily made that flag run right out of the base while Roy was trying to take their own flag.
Right.
And then they were able to kill Roy, and Pred was virtually untouched running that entire flag back across the wide open snipe bridge, just not seen, not shot. Everyone was dead on EG. There was nothing they could do right there.
And of course,
kudos to these guys.
That Pred is Devanator. I can't even say it.
I think
Devanator? Pred Devanator?
I think so.
I was told just to call him Devin. I'm sticking with it.
He's got Devin, he's got Pred. He's got like 4 or 5 different gamer tags.
But he had at least 6 pulls in that game, or at least 6 near pulls where he got to EG's flag. I love that he was fearless, didn't care about his live, just went for it anyway, and he still put up some pretty solid stats. The whole team putting up numbers there in game 1. The question, though, strong side, can they keep it going into game 2? We got our Twitter poll live right now, and it looks like EG is blowing Denial out of the water when it comes to fan support.
Yeah, and what we were saying before this match, too, I mean, EG is really good at Coliseum CTF. And so to see them taken down on one of their better game types is pretty interesting. So we're going to be going into game number 2, which is Even Slayer. Another big game type that revolves a lot around the sniper and rocket control, constantly coming up. We'll see players grab the sniper and bring it back to blue and really force the other team to spawn on the other side of the map over at red, because there's so many sight lines with the sniper at top blue to just pick off players. And we're looking at EG right now. They actually look kind of calm. They're like, you know what? That was game 1. It's whatever. They're not upset. They're staying focused, getting ready for game 2, and that's what you got to do. It's like, it's an unfortunate loss. They don't want to lose that, but you know what? It happens.
Do you know what would be a nightmare for people? if EG didn't win their group. That means if you won your group, you're playing EG in first round of the quarterfinals.
Yeah, you don't want that matchup. I mean, honestly, right now with how Denial's playing, I don't know if you want that matchup either. But
Right.
an angry EG coming in tomorrow is not something you want to see either. But who do you want to hop on board with this
I
match?
got to start this one off with Roy. Roy just talking to the team. You saw the intensity on his face on the live cameras. He is a true competitor, always known for his incredible shot. Doesn't matter what Halo it is, he's going to hit you with perfect shots every time. Will they be able to go over and retake blue control off the break? I was talking to the boys. They said, we just got to get in there, flush them out, take over blue, and hold it all game long.
Yeah, and we see them make an early push for Rockets right now. Roy trying to get in right to the turbine and picks up an early Rockets, and I think Denial already does have the sniper control. Roy doing a good job at staying alive. He's not able to stay alive entirely, though. He's taken down, loses Rocket control, and Denial up 4-2 early in the match.
4-2, Rockets, as you said, everything going well. You also got Boo Boo Doo Boo going in, locking down the tower right now. So everything looking good for this Denial lineup.
Yeah, and right now we're seeing Contra just hold in a perfect spot with Rockets. Unfortunately, he did have a bad rocket,
Rocket.
a second bucket rocket right there, but they were forcing EG to spawn inside of red. Most teams, they would flush out of red right away, but EG, they took their time, they were methodical about their push and slowly made their way out. A nice double kill right there by Huck. Just one of the young guns, actually the youngest player I'd say right now out of all these Halo teams.
Well, 16-year-old Kyler, man, he wasn't old enough to compete in the Call of Duty World League. What's he do? He switches games and comes and kicks some ass. I love watching this kid. His movement is always on point. You saw how accurate he can be, and he is fearlessly charging here. Boo Boo Doo Boo and Hugh, they just seem to have this natural teamwork. Every single fight, you'll look and see these guys close enough to help each other out.
Yeah, their teamwork is just on point right now, especially for how long this guy has been playing this game. I mean, to work that well with a teammate, that just shows a lot of dedication, and just the smarts coming from this guy is just, it's incredible. So we're on board with Huck right now, and it looks like Rockets are going to be coming up here in 15 seconds. So Denial or EG, they need to be going for this right now. They need to be setting up, and it looks like they're going to have a battle right now. We've got Cody and Huck right now, Contra, fighting for Rockets right now against the players at EG. EG looks like they have the upper hand right now, commonly laying down some shots. He backs down. Contra just waiting in the cubby. He's going for the kill, not able to. Lunchbox gets the Rockets, and now he's bringing them back to red.
Nice support there from Commonly throughout, and Lunchbox, as you said, is going to run away. A very slow team slayer here, just 8-13 as both teams are setting up and then executing their strategies once in position. Lunchbox just baiting an opponent near him, waiting for someone to launch these rockets at.
Yeah, and this is a very weird, not weird play, but you normally don't see Rockets over at red. Rockets are usually around the blue side, but he's making a great push right here. Very sneaky. Some would say this is a sneaky Beaver push right now, but it looks like Denial kind of expected this. There's no one over here. They've all moved back to blue, so there's no one. And he actually gets crouched on by Boo Boo Doo Boo, just hiding right around the corner right there. Lunchbox gets taken down, loses Rockets, and now Snipe Down trying to get control of those Rockets, getting shots from Contra, and now Roy getting shots from Contra. Commonly, he does have the Rockets, though. These guys are down by 5 right now and need to turn this around, down by 6. Now, it's just Denial. I'm so impressed with how they're playing right now.
Lunchbox just got a perfect kill with the pistol to pick up this sniper rifle, but every single time they get a little momentum, EG is just swarmed and shut down. The power weapon stolen back. You're going to see Devin or Pred carrying those rockets, and it looks like you're going to see Contra controlling the top, using the SMG, picks up another big kill. Denial holding down the top half of the map.
Yeah, what's interesting, we haven't seen a complete a complete lockdown of the map like we normally would with some of the other teams. Teams will just lock down the blue side of the map. No team has been able to really lock down any part of the map. Everybody seems to be still kind of spread out all over, and Snipe Down with the sniper. Maybe we should hop on board.
You want to see him?
Let's see what Snipe Down's doing
good
over
call.
there. Yep,
Good call,
perfect time, and picking up another kill on Boo Boo Doo Boo. Gets a body shot, and he is going to be able to pick up that kill. He's
Eric Rona!
Double kill from Snipe Down. This man's on fire right now. He wants to win this match. He knows that they're down by 5. He's got to do something with this sniper, and that's what he's doing. He's got 7 shots left.
Man, as you get older, you're supposed to get worse at whatever competition you are competing in. Snipe Down seems to only be getting better. Perfect shot so far with that sniper rifle. And I'm looking at Denial. Let me real quickly switch through all of their screens. Here are the challenges you're getting from Denial right now. They're like, we got a lead. Don't go out there. Snipe Down is on the prowl.
Yeah, they're not showing their face at all right now. Snipe Down is just, he probably knows they're hiding in a general area, and he's just waiting for them to make that little peek out so he can just take their face. And now we see EG just, they're on the prowl right now. All of them are moving forward, trying, and actually Lunchbox with the rockets now, but they're all moving forward, trying to get these guys to push out from their hiding spots.
It's been Commonly who's kind of been the bait for Lunchbox. Last time Commonly fell, so it was an even trade. But I expect them to switch things around. Snipe Down still looking for angles while there's a fight over on the rocket side between Roy and it looks like Hook. Lunchbox though with the rocket, able to land that one on Devin. Keeping his teammate alive. Meanwhile, Snipe Down just watched Roy fall over on Rocket side. Chaos all over this map. Can Snipe Down get there in time to help out?
He's playing this perfect though. He's staying back, keeping control of this sniper rifle. You don't want to push up too far and lose control of the sniper rifle. Now players could be spawning behind. Actually, no, his teammates were taken down, but he's still in a good position because, see, if your teammates die like that and you're with them and you have that sniper rifle, you don't want to just give Denial a free sniper. So he's just staying back. They're only down by 3 now. They need to get this next rocket that's about to drop, and it looks like they're about to do so. Snipe Down and 2 teammates there. Looks like Roy is going to be taken down. Can Lunchbox get these rockets? Snipe Down putting shots on the player on Catwalk. Yes, he's going to be able to get them, but Lunchbox is taken down. I don't think the rockets were retrieved yet, were they?
Rockets still hanging out, and finally they will be scooped up by Commonly. Snipe Down's life will come to an end after about a minute of sniping, and he's brought his team within 1.
Yeah, this match has been back and forth. EG is, I mean, like we said, we can never count them out. They're slowly bringing this back, and we see them fighting for every power-up. Sometimes we'll see teams kind of fall apart. They won't be set up for the next power weapon coming up, but EG does not miss that opportunity, and that's why they are one of the greatest teams right now in Halo 5. Commonly back to where Lunchbox was earlier, pretty much making the same exact play. And then we've got Boo Boo Doo with the sniper. He is on the prowl, just like Snipe Down was earlier. This is the prime position. This is the textbook spot where players love to sit because there's so many sight lines to pick off players across the map.
Boo Boo's going to be forced back. Meanwhile, Hook, using the distraction, got the call out from Boo Boo where he was, almost gets the kill with the SMG, but he's forced to back down. Green Gun comes out, no problem. Boo Boo's got his back, hits the headshot on Snipe Down, saving his teammate's life. And now Hook, he's going to be able to push up on Rockets if he wants to. Meanwhile, there's a sniper battle Contra, a shotgun battle Contra in the tower trying to do some work.
Yeah, these guys are working together really well. Still a 1-kill lead. Hook just holding down the Rocket side of the map. Very interesting enough that he hasn't moved from that position, really. Boo Boo Doo Boo still with the sniper at blue. You know, he's retreating from blue now because he's getting pushed on from EG. Players now still up by 1. Players just sitting back a little bit more on Denial, not putting as much pressure or aggression on EG as they were at the start of the game.
Lunchbox is right there, so where's Commonly? You see Snipe Down and Roy in the kill feed. Rockets coming up in 10 seconds. Boo Boo rotating over to try and support his teammates. He needs some help, though, and what a shot there. Strongside's getting fired up, boys.
Yeah, he's just pulling off some clutch snipes at the right time. Rockets were coming up. I think now his teammates do have rocket. Yes, they have rockets and sniper, and that rocket is a very important rocket. Going into the 40 kill mark, you want to have the power weapons because that's really going to set the pace towards the end of the game and help you get the next rockets and sniper that's coming up. But he just lost the rockets right there. I would say you probably want to play a little bit slower with those rockets and not expose yourself too often. And now Boo Boo Doo Boo just picking off another face right there.
Let's go back to the man.
I'm surprised EG is still staying in this so well because, yes, they did have a sniper, but these guys, Boo Boo Doo Boo, man. He's just hitting everything.
Like, if you saw this guy, you would never be afraid of him. Just look at him. He is one of the fiercest players we have seen in Halo so far this weekend. The young stud doing big things. You look over at EG, and they're doing exactly what Denial did when they had the sniper. Everyone's just kind of slowly positioning themselves, trying to stay alive. You're going to see Commonly hit by some nades. Shotgun in hand. Snipe Down and Roy.
Let's take a look at Boo Boo Doo Boo real quick.
You think Boo Boo's got an angle?
He's just waiting for Snipe Down to go for this sniper. And I think Snipe Down is coming back for the sniper right now. He really wants it. Boo Boo Doo Boo gonna be able to snipe him. Snipe Down's right behind that corner right there. He's just waiting. They're both, this is the patient game right here. This is 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. They've got the sniper. There's a sniper up. He's going for it. Yes, he gets it.
He escapes.
Wow, Boo Boo Doo Boo looked away for just a second, and Snipe Down was able to pick up the sniper. Now we're tied 41-41.
Wow.
43-41. Clutch kill by Snipe Down. Now he's got the sniper. This is not looking good for Denial when they're up by 2.
And EG holding on to a lead here. 2 minutes left. We've seen a few games go to the time limit. Snipe Down trying to escape with his life. Going to have some support. No challengers yet. Everyone from Denial taking their time, getting in position before they surge in.
Man, barely missed that headshot right there. He's got a lot of ammo, though. Now only up by 1.
Ooh.
Snipe Down just hitting a lot of body shots. Not able to connect with the headshot. You see Lunchbox trying to clean up the kill. He can't find him, though. Got players pushing down from bottom mid. Commonly's taken down over by the Turbine side of the map. Snipe Down and Roy working together here, trying to stay alive. Just letting Snipe Down do his job with the sniper. Another body shot. Lunchbox picks up the kill. Nice pickup kill by Lunchbox.
Good finish right there. Now, Commonly did have a second sniper rifle, I believe. So everything was going well here for EG. 44-43. Anything could turn around, though, now that you got Contra with these rockets. Do they know where EG is positioned, though?
Yeah, this is a very risky moment right now. 44-44. You've got the sniper in the hands of Snipe Down. Goes for a long-range rocket, not going to connect. I mean, he's got 1 rocket left. You've got to get a kill with this. This is a very crucial moment. You have a power weapon going for another. I don't like that long-range rocket. He thought he had another one, but Snipe Down with another headshot with the sniper.
We're coming down on the last 40 seconds. 3 kills for EG, 5 kills for Denial. Denial knows the pressure is on now. They have nothing but pistols, and Contra did find a BR, but no power weapons to speak of. They have to use teamwork right here. They have 25 seconds to work with.
Yeah, this is, I mean, they need to make a push. 48-46. Denial needs to make a push. Boo Boo Doo Boo with the sniper, but it's out of ammo, and they go down. EG takes game number 2.
Boo Boo trying to get to that sniper rifle, trying to pick up a few kills, but Snipe Down never let go of his best weapon, living up to his namesake, doing everything he could to give EG the win. It was really that moment when Snipe Down got that first sniper, hit the 3 kills. That was kind of the turning of the tide, going back in EG's favor.
Yeah, I mean, they were just battling back and forth for the rockets and the sniper the entire game. And like you said, once Snipe Down got a hold of the sniper, and he was just hitting everything. Let's take a look at these stats right here. Just 15 and 15 from Snipe Down and Lunchbox, 10 and 10 from Commonly and Roy. And honestly, I mean, the assists from both sides, I'd say, you know what? EG had less assists than Denial. That's very interesting. So they didn't have as much team shot going on
headshot
than
people
Denial.
with sniper rifles. No,
just taking faces.
There was a lot of cleanup kills towards the end there, but in the early parts, it just seemed to be individual fights. I saw Hook getting a little too aggressive at times, challenging with Devin, and it just didn't seem to work out, unlike their matchup against Envy. So props to EG playing a little bit closer together, always having that support to shut down the individual charges. EG, they squeak by with just a 4-point victory over here against Denial, and I think that's just another testament to how strong this Denial squad could be later in the event.
Yeah, I mean, this is absolutely insane. I mean, this game too, Denial could have won this. And EG, I mean, they have that clutch factor. They brought it back and they won game number 2. There's still at least 2 more games in this series. So this isn't over yet. These 2 teams seem to be pretty evenly matched right now.
I hope we're going to Game 5. I know you guys at home want to see it as well. Both of these teams already guaranteed to be at the World Championship. Now we'll find out who is going to take Group C. Denial started things off with a big win on Coliseum CTF, but EG bounced back in this Slayer. One of these squads is going to take the lead as we head to Empire for Strongholds next.
And this game mode right here, it's so fast. It's so quick. I mean, the first initial overshield is probably the most important one at the start of the game. And then obviously once you get later into the match, it's all about that first and last overshield, because once the game gets so close, that last overshield, it can make or break the game, because you can easily pick up 2 or 3 kills with that OS. and just controlling bottom middle. It's just a rush to pick up the pit. And you know what? We actually saw CLG earlier in the tournament. They did the 3-cap strat. They kept the other team spawning in tower the entire game.
Right.
So I wonder if we're going to see that out of EG or Denial here. I think it's going to be pretty hard to pull off the 3-cap. We're going to probably see mostly just 2-cap going back and forth, especially with that bottom middle trading back and forth. But, I mean, this is a quick game type. There's a lot of individual fights, and Denial is very good individually.
Looks like Denial's won over 5% more fans here as EG's 82 is now down to a 77%. But guys, keep your tweets coming. Use the hashtag HaloWC for your vote to count, and then hashtag either Denial or hashtag EG for the squad you think can win. We got plenty of giveaways throughout the day. You got to tweet if you want a chance to win them. We're going into Game 3 right now, and as we load up, talk to me about Empire. It looks pretty similar to Eden for some of the new people watching Halo 5 out there. What is the key to victory? How do you win this map and this game type?
So the kind of textbook play is hold your own base and hold bottom middle. Keep the other team spawning on the other side of the map and just keep them at bay. You pretty much hold down the line at the 50-yard line, keeping them pushed back. And you want to just keep them as far away as possible from that bottom middle stronghold. You want to get the plasma pistol. A lot of players didn't use the plasma pistol early in the Halo 5 or early in the stages of Halo 5, but now a lot more players are using it. They realized how good it is, so I'm sure we'll see them be picking it up here throughout this match.
Plasma pistol combo. You know, you hit him with the big green blob and then finish him off with a headshot. It's the fastest way to get the job done. Or, of course, you can always finish with the melee off the break. Everyone charging in for the overshield, and Boo Boo is going to touch it first. Unfortunately, it's burned.
Yeah, and honestly, you'd rather see it burned than in the hands of the other team. So, good play by Boo Boo Doo. And now we're going to see EG go for bottom middle. They do pick it up, and now they're controlling 2 strongholds. Now we're going to see them kind of block off this 50-yard line. They know they're spawning over on blue side. And actually, players did spawn at tower because the player was on their team was killed over there. So now they're going to have to stop these guys from over at tower as well that are going to be pushing into red base.
Roy's going to have his hands full. 2 players inside. Nade's going down. Didn't get any tick marks there. Going to fight Contra in the one-on-one. Forced to back up. And Lunchbox comes in to save the day with Commonly. So it looks like they'll be able to lock it down. The first 2 strongholds in EG's favor as they continue to score. Denial trying to go for their second, and we'll see if Hookin boys can make their push outside.
Yeah, now we see them getting trapped in blue right now. Roy and squad trying to keep them in blue, but these guys are working together to push outside from the turbine. Commonly picking up a kill right there, and Commonly's taken down, but Snipe down there as well. These guys just, they're trying to get out on the turbine side, all 4 of them, and you know what? They just did. Roy's the last guy. They're able to get him down to 1-shot Contra, doing a good job staying alive, but look what happened while they were pushing out. EG did the 3-cap.
EG just looped right behind him. Hook saw it. He's got to go for the capture. Let's take it over to the people in the fights. Pred or Devin going to be taken down. Devin is going to see all 4 of his teammates down for the moment. I want to take this one over to Mr. Snipe down. He was the hero in the Slayer. Can't get much going on here. Roy is going to fall as well. Caster Curse is in full effect. It's Lunchbox's turn.
Yeah, Lunchbox in a nice position. The turbine, we're going to see players kind of holding down this area a lot throughout the match because it's really easy to get nades on pit, but while they're here, you know, Denial was able to capture the stronghold in the pit. Now Lunchbox looking to get some shots over on the tower. These guys are, him and Commonly, trying to recapture the pit. Very quick turnaround. Nice. They only allowed 5 points to Denial right there.
Commonly is doing such a good job. I love watching Lunchbox and Commonly. They have grown so much in their teamwork since X Games. You can see they've been putting in the time, always around each other. I do want to note as well that Roy picked up the overshield and burned it as the second Obi was in play. So now we'll have to wait and see how the third one is going to come into effect. 46 to just 5, though. This is total domination so far from Evil Geniuses.
And we see Denial just keep trying to push out of that turbine side. There was one guy that pushed over to top middle, then to bottom middle. But these guys are just having a really hard time making it out. They are able to capture pit, but EG is right here, getting ready to turn it right back around. You see Ubu Dubu trying to get over to the pit. He actually has his teammate Contra able to stop that bottom middle capture. So now let's see if they can hold these 2 capture points and hold that 50-yard line against EG.
Boo Boo leading the way with a few grenades. No hit markers. And he is going to be challenged in the pistol fight versus Lunchbox. Forced to back down momentarily. His teammates trying to get in position. Ook is going to get the call out and jump in with full shield battle rifle in hand.
Yeah, and we're pretty much seeing the same exact thing out of Denial that we saw from EG. These guys are holding down the turbine. EG trying to push over to the turbine. 2 of them taken down right now. Now they're up a player. It's 2 versus 3. EG cannot push right now. They're down a player. They're doing the right play by trying to stay alive. They do pick up a kill on Huck. Are they going to be able to make this push over here? Yes, they are, flooding through over to the turbine. They're going to have to get a player over to blue so they can get some crossfire over to the pit as well. Snipe down, making the move onto bottom middle right now, though.
Completely out of ammo for his pistol was Devin. Contra's gonna fall inside the pit. Let's take it back over to Boo Boo. And I'd love to crank up our Astros guys. Let's go to a listen in. Down 19. Can Denial bring this one back?
Red alley, one shot.
Yeah, red alley, weak.
They're gonna push outside.
Yeah.
I'm in turbine right now.
Red fan.
Devin, you're by yourself, Devin.
Where's weak red
Dude,
fan?
in turbine. He killed me. He's full shields.
Where's
Blue
really
fan.
Blue fan weak. I'm one
Zeke,
shot.
he's weak. One shot. In turbine, one shot. No one in pit. In pit.
Pushing outside.
Hit weak.
He can pit. 2 in pit. 2 in pit. 1 shot. 2 1 shot. 2 1 shot. 2 1 shot to the pit. Come on in it. We got Reed.
Nice.
No, pit again.
Weak.
Another one from blue. He's going behind you.
Got him.
Let's
go. Last guy on tower.
Nice.
They're gonna spawn red.
Nice job, guys.
I'm in tower.
That's
Yeah,
one
keep
outside.
that,
That's one
keep that.
turbine.
Don't over challenge.
Yo, red fan.
Tyler.
I'm not.
Just put shots and run.
Red fan. Go turbine.
Turbine, two of them. Both Phoenix.
Don't shot.
Get some rifles. 2 more outside.
That's
Last
2.
two outside.
Last 2.
How do we take?
Good shot, Roy. Nice.
Let's go.
Let's
One shot. Red
go.
fan. He backed up. He backed up.
I'm going for scatter.
All dead.
Let's
Get
go.
back to blue. Get back to blue.
Kyler has tower.
I'm sitting in tower. No, I'm sitting in tower. Let's scatter.
No, red 2 pushing outside red again.
Don't
2
die.
outside red.
Do not
They're
die.
all gonna go
You're
outside again.
You're gonna be-
Outside weak,
Hey,
3 outside, 3 outside.
Last
Do
one
not
is
die.
red.
Do not
Probably
die.
2 shots.
Red BR, red BR.
We can't die. Can't die here.
Red BR, absolute, red window,
Red
absolute.
Ben.
I'm watching red bed.
We left tower. Oh no. Just
I'm in
there.
tower.
Outside red bed. Outside red bed.
Weak turbine.
You've seen him take the lead. You've seen him take the lead here, strong side, up 10 points now. Contra got a big double kill with the Storm Rifle. They had EG 4 down twice, but now EG dropping 4. They are going to be able to cap this pit.
Wow, they just had their entire squad in the pit. They capped that within 4 seconds. That was so fast. What a turnaround, especially after Denial has taken the lead. But I want to note on Alumni, their coach. You heard him. Stay alive. Don't die right now. Do not want to die right here. And then he'd also be saying, you know what? Don't challenge. Do not challenge from tower. Stay alive at tower. So Alumni proving to be a big factor on this squad right here with his knowledge on telling his team just the little things within the game.
And I was talking to the man. I asked him who is the best communicator on the team. He said, surprisingly, it's Hugh. And the man he's picked up the game so fast. He's like a sponge. Everything I tell him, he soaks it up and he immediately puts it into his gameplay. 70-63 and the 3 cap in full effect. The overshield, the scatter shot, everything in favor of EG right now.
Yeah, and I think we just saw Lunchbox make a clutch stop over on the other side of the map at blue base, and now Snipe Down looking to stop this red base cap here. You see Roy pushing in too. Are they going to be able to make it in here? He ground pounds in. He's going to pick up a kill, possibly. Yes, he does. They weren't able to stop the cap. Snipe Down here, he's taken down, but now they've taken a pretty good lead, 85-63. I think if I'm on EG right now, my main focus is just to hold these 2. Hold these 2, don't worry about a 3 cap, and stay alive.
Lunchbox has got to save this pit, and it looks like they will remain in control. That was getting pretty darn close, though. Contra challenging there with Devin. And let's take it over here to Roy once again. Strong side, what were you about to say, my friend?
This is the last good push that Denial is going to have. It's 94-63. They need to make one last good push together. If they don't, this is game over. And that's what it looks like it's going to be right now. Roy's still alive. Contra looking to try and pick up bottom middle. It's 98 points. Can he stay alive? He has teammates coming down. He's taken down. It looks like EG is going to solidify game number 3.
Snipe Down, getting his team fired up once again. These are hard-fought battles, back and forth. You saw Denial come from behind, takes the lead, and then all of a sudden it's an EG 3 cap, total dominance, and a 100-63 final score.
Wow, Snipe Down 26-9. The only player out of everyone in the game to go into the 20 kill bombs. Wow.
Show
Just-
me the damage. Who's got damage up on their screen? Nobody.
Yeah, we got to see what this guy's been doing. But also, look at the assist board here from EG. They really picked up the assists. That last game, we said, even though they won, they had less assists than Denial. This game, I mean, probably 3 times the amount of the assists that Denial has. If we had Walsh right now, he would calculate that up instantly. But a lot more assists coming from EG, and they're really firing up right now. But that was still a really close match. Denial did not let up. They had brought it back for a while.
12-12, 16-17, something like that, or for the assist from Evil Geniuses. Everyone helping each other out. Now, we saw some flashes of brilliance there from Denial. What were some of the highlights in Game 2 from Denial, looking back, that they could try and replicate tomorrow?
Honestly, I mean, they just need to keep up that teamwork. They're playing really well right now, especially against EG. If they can just fix some of the little mistakes, like they got stuck inside of their base, inside of blue base over on the turbine side, and they just kept trying to make that push out, but EG just really captured them and focused on pushing them back into the base. So just little things like that, if they would just change up their strategy a little bit. And I'm sure Alumni, as their coach, he's going to help them, and he sees it all firsthand. He's watching all 4 screens, so he knows what they're doing wrong. But we're going to be going into game number 4. If EG takes this, they will go on and be the #1 seed in their group. If Denial wins this, we will go to our first Game 5. I know you and I want a Game 5. Everyone at home wants a Game 5. So hopefully we can see a Game 5. Denial will have to step it up here and bring home the truth, CTF.
Come on, Contra. The people want a Game 5. We'll see if they can give it to us. Game 4, though, coming up next. It's Capture the Flag on Truth. And how strong is EG, in your personal opinion, when it comes to this game type specifically?
You know, being a throwback to the older map, Midship and Halo 2, these guys loved playing the old school games. They loved Midship. And Truth, I mean, it's pretty much the same exact thing. So these guys, I know they're very good on it. We've seen them play on the online qualifiers. We saw them play at X Games. This is definitely one of their stronger game types as well. But honestly, even though it's one of their stronger game types, I said that about Coliseum CTF and Denial. They really shut EG down on that game.
Guys, we just got an update from our director on the second stage. Triggers Pound just picked up a hot 3-0 over the Dream Team. That means that Optic has an opportunity to force a 3-way tie with a win over Allegiance on our main stage in just a bit. We'll see how things are going to play out in that group, but for now, we'll find out who is going to take Group C. Is it EG? Can they finish off Denial right here? Who's your player to watch from this Denial squad going into Truth?
I'm saying we're watching Boo Boo Doo Boo. He's just been pulling off some of the wildest snipes. Even though there's no sniper on this map, I think individually he's just got a great shot. So I want to see if he's going to be the guy to go for camo, or at least help go for the camo, because that's one of the most important battles here. Right off at the start of the match is getting that. If you get camo, that could solidify an early cap within the first minute.
Camo always huge on Truth. I got to ask you, we saw the sword though. Whenever people play online, I'm sure they assume the sword is the greatest thing that ever graced man. How important is it here for the professional teams playing Truth CTF?
The sword's still very, very important, especially once you get into the base. When you have those close quarter battles, it's very important to have. You can kind of just dipsy-doodle your way through the base and stay alive because you move quicker when you have the sword out as well. And now we have Boo Boo Doo Boo just wrecking house with the SMG right now, picking up a couple kills, and he's defending this pretty well. Instead of moving to the other base, he's helping his teammates try and get the return. Not able to pick up a 3rd kill with the SMG right there, but Contra following right behind him to try and clean up Snipe down. He is able to do so, but really no team really going past that 50-yard line right now.
You saw EG early on toss out a flag. Since then, it's been a little bit defensive play on both sides. Boo Boo did just spot 2 players going into the base. As we stay on board with Contra, he had a decision to make. Do I go back and help my teammates? Do I go for objective dilemma inside the EG base? Not going to get very far this time. Let's take it over to Devin as he's trying to get position up top here with the BR. Long-range shots, and he's going to lose that fight. Excellent shots coming in from Lunchbox and Roy.
Yeah, we saw EG pushing in from the car side right there, and now they're starting to move the flag towards the pink side. Not going to be able to do so because Players are spawning on the flag. Snipe Down was still over by the car side, over by the bubble, so he kind of blocked those spawns, but you know, Roy was still trying to run this flag. I think he could have just kind of let that flag go and stayed alive right there, and then waited for his teammates to push up. And right now, it would have been a great time for Roy to still be alive. Lunchbox is right behind the wall right there to get a flag grab, but he's taken down, and now Snipe Down holding down Pink 2. He just needs to stay alive.
Nades are coming in to the denial base. EG trying to force their way through. Snipe Down just holding the power position as Commonly is going to be pushing up. Let's go over to Commonly on the attack.
Commonly with a nice flank over here. Is he going to be able to stay alive?
Nope.
No, he's taken down, but he does have a few teammates right nearby. So right now, these guys are going to be going for a slay rotation, and what that means, they need to kill all these guys on denial that have just spawned up over by the bubble to initiate a flag run, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're getting shots on all these players. They got a player down, but in the midst, they're getting taken down as well. So there goes the opportunity to run that flag. But in the meantime of all that happening, Commonly was able to pick up camo. So if he can just stay alive right here and not give away his position, he'll be able to sandwich denial right behind them. Right, you see it happening right now, but he's not going to be able to do that. A player from the sneaky up in blue base turns around and is able to pick up Commonly, but I would have loved to see Commonly stay alive there and not try and pick up that weak kill there, and just make that flag run a bit easier.
Earlier in the tournament, I was talking about how good Hook is at long range. He just outshot the crap out of Snipe Down in their last fight. Contra with the SMG is not going to grab the sword. He's just going to run right past it, clearing out the base, making sure no one's there. Meanwhile, Devin is going to be going for the flagpole. Will they be able to get this past EG? You have all 4 members still alive. You desperately need the kills, and with Commonly and Snipe Down causing chaos, there's going to be a great opportunity for an EG counter cap.
Yeah, perfect opportunity for the counter cap. They've got 3 down, now getting the flag into their base. He's got cover right there from Commonly. This looks like a for sure first cap of our Truth CTF match. EG takes the lead, and they're getting pushed on now by Denial, though. Denial trying to get a counter cap upon that cap. Actually, it looks like EG's able to put that at bay and slow things down, take down a player from Denial, but still, Hugh hiding inside the base, just trying to stay alive right here, waiting for some help.
And he does have the sword in his back pocket, so he's going to be a little bit faster running that flag if he is chosen to be the objective man. Up close and personal, slaps Lunchbox in the face. Flag's being run by Contra. Hook trying to provide that cover fire. Nice shots there, takes down Snipe Down. You see they have a teammate in the base, making sure everything is clear. Contra looks like he only has 1 man to beat. Can he get it through? He will. It's going to be a 1-1 game with 7:40 still to go.
Oh, these guys, they just don't give up, Bucket. These guys are just, they never stop. Even though they're down and it looks like EG is going to be able to take it, Denial says, no way, we're not giving up. We are down by a bit. We have a long road to go to the game 5, but we still want this, and Contra is going to get camo here. And I'm really interested. Let's stay on board with it, because I want to see how he plays this out with camo, because most of the times we saw camo, the player was taken down within like probably the first 15-20 seconds, and you get a full minute of camo, so you can really take advantage of this power-up.
And a plasma caster being picked up here by Contra. Shots everywhere, though. EG calling out the camo and eliminating it immediately. Roy is going to grab the storm rifle, clear out the base, and as I say it, more pressure coming in, commonly trying to deal with Devin. Players jumping into the front, Snipe Down spawning low. You got Hook with the sword again. This is spelling trouble for EG. Is Denial going to go for flag number 2 here?
Yeah, it looks like they are. They've got 3 players here. They just need to clear out these guys at the bubble. That's a really clutch kill by Commonly right there. If Puke would have stayed alive, that would have given Denial the advantage here in the base, and Contra picking up a nice, perfect kill. But that pretty much with Hugh dying there, Commonly getting that kill, stopped that whole flag run, because they were able to get players into the base since they were up a man now, and Denial was just completely taken down.
And you know, it's a shame. I want to stay on board with Boo Boo Doo Boo, because he's opened up the last 2 opportunities for Denial to get into the EG base with some nice double kills. When I've shown him, though, he's dying. But this man, I'm telling you, I'm watching all 8 screens. The man is putting in work. I can't wait to see his stats at the end.
Yeah, he does seem to be playing very strategically well, and just staying alive at the right times and not overextending in those positions where you'll see players that just want to pick up a kill or something. Now it looks like EG is going to start rallying a flag cap because they have 2 players down on Denial. Lunchbox getting it all the way to pink 1. Is he going to stay alive? No, he's taken down. Hugh picking up the double kill. Snipe down, trying to get a touch here. Hugh is going for the kill.
One-on-one
He takes
again.
down 3 players from EG and gets the return. And unfortunately, he's taken down, but Contra running the flag to ping 2.
That's right, man. How many times have we seen this? Hook gets in there, causes chaos, and then Contra runs one home. Counter cap going the opposite way. That's Roy Poland just trying to keep a little objective dilemma going down here. And EG, they've been in this situation before. It looks like Roy is going to drop his flag. Snipe Down is going to watch the return from Commonly. Let's see how Snipe Down handles this respawn. Looks like both flags may be heading home, strong side.
Yeah, I actually think we've got 5 minutes left. If we could hop in with an Astro listen in with EG, I really want to hear this team's communication because they're staying very calm. You don't hear them like really screaming too much. Their call-outs are very, actually they receive Lunchbox calling out a bit more aggressively, but these guys always seem to be very calm.
One shot. I got one. There's another guy. Watch out, Eli. Alright, I have a Carmen. Watch out. Alright, I don't know. Nice, Jason. One shot. Don't die, Jason. Don't die. I know. Eric, helping you. Absolutely. Car one. Two guys there. I'm here. Stay alive. I'm pushing P1. Here, let's go with me. They're big on the enemy. Top car. I got one. We're P really weak. Boo Boo going for their P Street. We gotta go back to our flag. Yeah, go back to our flag. Their window on Eric. 2 dead. Their window on Eric, 2 dead. Gonna be in the car. I don't have base. Gonna be in the car. Alright, come P with me. I'm with you. I am here. Go P2. I'm going P1. Now I can't. Their window. I can't go. I cannot go. I'll go P2. They're P2. Absolute P2 guys. I'm gonna kill one. They're P2. Let's go. They're flying. I'm pushing. Watch out their window. Absolute. Contra. Watch out after their window. Car addict. Under car addict. Watch out. We're gonna need to kill them again. I got him. Watch out. Help him. Watch out their flag. 2 dead if you kill him. Got him. The front car weak. We can't. I got it. I got another. Jason. Their window weak, Jason. 2 shots. Ammo, guys. The car bubble got it. Alright. Car 3 just on our side. I'm watching our bubble. Is anyone in the P? Is anyone that help? I need help. I'm here. Our car 1 shot. Absolute our flag. Absolute. Our window was 1. We're getting a camo. I'm here. Absolute. Brandon, one with the P3 weak. I'm here, Jason. They're pink 1 weak. I got it. I didn't get it. I'm going. They're getting it. You got it now. 10. Right now. He's on their pink 1. He's going their pink. He's going their pink straight right now. Stay alive. Everybody stay alive. He's going their pink straight to pink 3 probably. Just stay alive. We need to get car control. Live. Top center, all the way out. We have to go. Who's going to? I'm going car. I'm in weak. They're going to be pink center. Top center weak. I know. I'm pink 2, Eric. Watch up there. Get that. Bottom center somewhere. And our pink again. I'm going to die. Pink 2, I got him. He's absolutely pink 2. Front of our base, one shot with camo. I can't see him. Alright, front of our base, one shot with camo. We need to get car, guys. I need help, guys. Bubble. Absolute pink, dude. I never killed him. He's one shot pink. Eli. Dude. And the pink straight weak. Camo guy is still at our base. Camo guy is still at our base. He's on flag. One shot with camo. I can't see him. I got him. Top center. And the pink street. Last 2 guys. Top center guys. I'll get shots on top center. He's absolutely weak. Watch out. Just drop bottom center guys. I'll get him. He's dead. Eric, don't stop cross-mapping when we need to get pink. Just stay alive. P2. I need help. I'm pushing behind you. Really? P2. I know I hear you. I got him. No, they're hearing me. I'm coming. Stay alive. I'm nading. Don't die. I am the car. One shot. I got 2. Over there, P3. I hear you. I'm looking. I'm hiding their bubble. Stay alive. I need help. I'm living. Last guy after that. Eric's in the bubble. Staring at me. They're flank. 2 guys, 3 Eli. Live, Amy. I'm 1. I can't do anything. The pink went in. After the pink street. I'm looking. One shot. Devin. One shot. The P3. One shot P3 guys. One shot P3.
And there you hear it. EG just working together really well with their callouts. You heard Roy. I've got your help. Eric, stay alive. Don't cross map right now because they're trying to get control of pink. So these guys, they know what they're doing. They're really working well when it comes to those little things within the game. You need to get control before you can run a flag, and these guys are making those maneuvers around the map, but Denial, they're just answering back completely. Right now, we're going to see Snipe Down start to run a flag because Lunchbox was blocking the bubble spawns over here. Are they going to be able to get this back, though? 2 down for Denial. Snipe Down is being trailed by a Denial player right now. He's going to keep running the flag, though. He gets the sword. He's taken down, though.
Don't know if that one's going to work out for him. It looks like Denial should be able to get the return. It's coming in from Contra. Trying to stay alive. He's strong siding. The flag will go back. Denial stays alive here. 1:08. This is probably going to become sudden death, man. Next flag most likely going to win.
Yeah, if we go into sudden death, it will keep going. It won't be the next flag that caps to win, it can go to 3 flag caps. There will be an additional 3 minutes on the time, and now we're going to see EG. EG doesn't want to go to overtime. They're like, you know what? Let's end this now. Roy has camo. He's going to look to pick up a kill right here. Lunchbox was taken down, though. Huke is taken down. If he can pick up this kill, that's a huge kill from Roy. The double kill of the game right now, because that is the most crucial point in the game to get that kill. They're getting the flag back into their base. He looks like he's gonna go for the ground pound cap. Yes, he does, picking up cap number 2 to take the lead.
Told you next flag wins, strong side. EG doing everything right. They had perfect communication, excellent execution. They got the last camo. They got a big double kill out of Roy. Snipedown was able to slay his way into the base, and it's all EG in the kill feed as they're going to send Denial out of the group. EG taking Group C.
Wow. I mean, I just want to reiterate that double kill from Roy, getting that last camo, helped solidify that last cap right there. He switched over, he had the SMG, picked up a kill at bottom car, turns around, fights a 1v1 against Contra with the carbine, out 1v1s him, picks up the double kill, and then helps solidify the cap the rest of the way. I mean, perfectly executed right there with all the pressure on them as well.
I have to say, this is the closest series I've cast, and probably the closest series we have seen all week. And Denial is the real deal, and these youngsters, they're going to be around for a while. Limitless potential. We'll see how far they can go this weekend, but it's EG coming out on top of this series. What did you see from Evil Geniuses? Are they as strong as you saw back at X Games?
You know, it's hard to tell if Denial is just that good or if EG is just not as good as we all think they are. Maybe they're just not warmed up yet. I mean, people have been talking about how they weren't practicing, or they weren't playing the best in their practices before the tournament. A lot of people were saying CLG is going to win this event because they kind of had a fluke at X Games. But, I mean, honestly, it just comes down to whoever's playing better that day. But with Denial, I mean, I'd put them up there now with Allegiance. I think an Allegiance-Denial match, that would be intense. I mean, I don't know which way that would go. But I see these, honestly, I'm going to have to say, I see Denial as like
you throwing them in with the top 3?
A top 4 team now. Put them up there with the top 3 after their performance. I mean, I'm really impressed with how they played.
Strong side believes. Do you guys? Let's send it down to our analysts. Fellas, just how strong is Denial?
Thanks, guys. Fantastic series there. Of course, both teams are already qualified, so congrats to both of them. But Puckett asked a good question. Just how strong really is Denial? They came out in map number 1, well, she looking pretty good.
Yeah, they're no joke. Coming into this event, I said this pool was one of the best possible pools to ask for. Like if you were someone like an Envy or a Winter Fox, just saying, guess what? Both these teams, they are beatable squads. We can just play our game, get out of pool play. You know, of course, EG is going to be that tough squad to beat, so you can almost assume everyone's going to lose them. However, this ended up being such a pool of death. Denial were so strong, just decimating everyone and giving a huge fight to EG. You not expect a fight like that coming out of Denial.
Yeah, Denial
coming into the event.
Take map number 1, I think it was a 3-2 Coliseum flag. Anything stand out to you in that map, Ghost?
I mean, it really just came down to the individual talent, I thought.
Okay.
I mean, when you look at Denial, yeah, they're hitting on all cylinders, and it's the teamwork that they rose, up to the occasion. But really, it was their strategy, right? They kept it basic, obviously with snipe side and everything else, grabbing the power weapons. It was really just textbook Halo from what I saw in that first game.
Yep.
And because of it, they just rose to the occasion. They won the battles they needed to, and they just clutched up when it mattered.
I just noticed a lot of Contra flag grabs on Coliseum.
Yeah, ton of flag grabs.
Getting so many opportunities and also playing it so smart. What happens a lot of times when you see newer players starting to learn how to play the objective, they commit to it 100% or not at all, and Contra found that right balance. There was times where he'd start to run at bridge and says, guess what, we need to slay. I'm going to toss this in bomb center, bait it out, and take down players like Roy and Lunchbox, get those kills, and then eventually continue the flag run.
Follow it up.
Yeah, Denial, they started the series very, very well. They won that first map, feeling confident going to the rest of the series. Then game 2, of course, we got a Slayer. Really, it was Snipedown's time to shine. He grabbed the sniper rifle a couple of times, and I mean, boy, was he hitting shots left, right, and center. We have a replay of a pretty awesome double kill that he managed to hit towards the towards the mid of the game. 17-23, his team trailing.
That
all of a sudden,
body
just kind of
shot right
turns it
there.
around. The guy's nasty, man. Like, this is why he has snipe in his name. Like, he really is just he's too legit.
Every game, I mean, since Halo 3, he's been hitting it.
I think a lot of people at home were watching that and wondering how he hit that first shot, or how we even knew he hit that first shot, because it's hard to tell. But we saw those little hit markers. What happens right outside your reticle? There you see those little dashes, meaning you got some damage on another player.
And then, of course, the final score 50-46 goes very, very close. It was back and forth. Was there any point you thought maybe Denial threw that game away, or was it just EG staying composed?
It wasn't any specific point. I thought Denial did a great job, especially in the beginning of the game. We saw them kind of take over at times.
Definitely.
But in reality, Booba Dooba, right, hitting some ridiculous shots.
Best name.
Obviously, everyone loves saying the guy's name.
Booba Dooba. Why can't I love that?
He's been around since Halo 4 days, and he's been hitting shots. So when you come to Eden, though, and you think that you have it in your grasp, and then Snipe Down gets the sniper and does what he does best. He turns the game around, right? And there's not much you can do. You just kind of have to sit there and witness it yourself. And so, it was crazy to watch that whole thing turn around. And then really the series, right? It was a very pivotal point.
You feel as if it was, because then when you head to the next map, the Strongholds, EG definitely seemed to have a lot more control in that one. While she was 163 points, you never really felt like Denial was going to walk away with that win.
No, and I don't know what it was. Maybe just EG started to get their stride, or started to react to the constant flanks by Contra and Boo Boo Doo. I don't know exactly what clicked for EG there, but you could tell that they were in control of that game. It was never like a chaotic situation like that Coliseum where they had to claw their way back. It was more of, yes, they had control. There would be spurts where you'd see Denial Squad have control of the pit and control the side of the bases, but it wasn't very long.
Very true. And then, of course, the last map that we just saw, EG ultimately managed to win 2-1. But again, it felt a lot closer. It seems as if the flag games now were kind of keeping things closer with Ghost there. We saw a great double kill as well coming in from Roy towards the end of that game. We've got another awesome replay for you here.
Absolutely insane. Not only does he hit the SMG kill, but then gets those amazing carbine shots, give him the killing spree, and he has camo, right? And so when you do that and you solidify this last cap, I mean, you're going to win the game.
Just look at his positioning with that camo as well. He's not pushing the opposing base. Yes, he would push the opposing base if they didn't have the flag out, but instead he's going towards the center of the map, pushing towards the Denial base and just kind of isolating all the opponents.
Oh, yeah, and it all comes down to that last camo, right? I mean, you're talking about the 2-minute mark. It's winding down. All of a sudden, camo comes up around that 130, especially at the end of the game. And he has it for the last flag cap. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better way to get that power up. Towie obviously coming in clutch. Here he is again, making the play, and then sure enough, they're moving on.
Absolutely. EG take the #1 seed from that group. Then now we'll go away with a #2 seed. So still, congratulations to them. For now, we have Golden Boy on the floor with an interview.
Thank you so much, Ben. And I am joined down here with a man who says everything he does is so calculated. How are you doing, Lunchbox?
Doing great. Just won our pool, so that's what we came here to do, get to Worlds.
So you played against a Denial team that, is very hungry, very young, very aspirational. Wanted to get your thoughts in regards to this squad. Game 1 and 2 definitely were back and forth affairs. What is it about this Denial squad that got them to the point where they are now, where they're going to go play at Worlds?
Yeah, really 3 of the games could have gone either way. Game 1, we lost it. Could have gone either way in games 2 and 4. They're a really good young squad. A lot of them have been around for a good amount of time. Hugh is new to the Halo scene, but has been around the competitive scene, so they've been doing well online, so it's no surprise that they did well here at this event.
So Snipe Down had a great game, a great series, as always. He's just been such a force for the squad. But one of the things, you can talk about every player on this team, including Commonly, who is a new addition to the squad. But, you were often known as the glue to this team. The most consistent player by far. What is it that you do that other players out there who are looking to learn can actually take away from watching you play?
I think one of the biggest things I bring is consistent communication. I don't feel like there's a big variance in how I talk with the team, which helps a lot in tournaments, especially online, during online practice. So that's one thing I do. And just being aggressive, trying to create openings for the team. Sometimes my stats aren't as good as others, but I feel like I create a lot of opportunities for my teammates. And just being aggressive on the other team and the objective, trying to pull flags quickly and whatnot, helps a lot.
Yeah, you always like to be that guy who's, in their face, but at the same time trying to get the job done, which, is a testament to your ability. So now you've made it to Worlds. Sure, you feel great. Now you're going into basically a $50,000 tournament into bracket play. Any team in particular that you are gunning for, or that you're just eager to play against, and I'm hoping that the answer is as black and white as I'm expecting.
Yeah, I think everybody, including us, is looking forward to a CLG rematch. yeah, we were able to steal gold from them at X Games, and hopefully can have another good showing against them this event. It was a great series, went to Game 7, and every game was pretty darn close. So I'd like to give the fans what they want to see, which is probably a rematch.
So, of course, if that happens, something that I had to take note of was, after X Games, I felt like you guys put so much into that event. But then after that, it kind of slowed down. I believe Snipedown went away for a little while. He went to Canada and chilled out there. You guys weren't really practicing as much. And CLG has just been putting in the work. So I guess the question for you is, with the matches that went on this weekend, do you feel prepared against CLG? Or, is it just, you're anticipating a very close match like we saw at X Games?
Yeah, we took probably 4 or 5 days off after X Games, and we practiced fairly consistently. Practice has been kind of hit or miss for us, of us losing series and winning series, but I feel like all 4 of us have been around a while, and our tournament play is just a completely different beast. So hopefully we can have another good showing against CLG, and yeah, they're definitely one of the best teams right now, and they'll be incredibly tough challenge. So we look forward to it and hope we match them.
All right, man. Well, Lunch, thank you so much for your time. Of course, guys, EG goes on to bracket play, and they qualify for the Halo World Championships. But coming up next is a matchup that I'm sure a lot of you guys are very excited for. Do or die for the green wall, or will you pledge allegiance? Find out after this.